Hey guys, Chris Lopez here at BeastBrotherhood.com, and in today's execution plan we're going to be covering rep tempo or rep speed. This execution plan is obviously called Slow to Grow, so we're going to talk about slowing the rep speed down and what the benefits are to helping you build more mass and possibly building more strength. So before we get into that, let's talk about the variables that some people use to put on more muscle, right? So the first one that most of us learn in the gym is changing the weight, upping the weight to our sets, upping the weight to our exercises, and just getting more out of the exercise by getting stronger, right? So a lot of times guys in the gym, new guys in the gym, they hit the gym for a few months, they start to get stronger, they start to put on more muscle, their body adapts. You know, there's going to come a point in time where you get stronger and maybe you're not putting on more muscle. Your body adapts in strength, but you have to take it up up a notch when it comes to trying to add the muscle to your frame. So strength is a good one for beginners as far as muscle gains goes. The next one most people figure out is manipulating sets and reps, right? So we may go from doing 5 sets of 5 when we first start to maybe doing 8 sets of 8 or 10 sets of 10 or 3 sets of 15 or 3 sets of max reps, whatever the case is, whatever program you're following, you start to realize that different types of sets and reps have effects on different types of goals. So if you're building muscle, obviously there's a balance between volume and using moderate to heavy weight, and people start to figure that one out. The third one that is a little bit trickier is positioning of an exercise or positioning of hands, or changing the angle of an exercise. So for example, excuse me, for your biceps, maybe you do preacher curls in one program, with your arm on the preacher bench or on an incline bench. And then the next program calls for you to do incline dumbbell curls, in which you lay on an incline bench, your arms are hanging straight down behind you, and you curl the weight up. So that just shows that by changing the angle of the exercise, it can have a different effect on the muscles that you're building. The one thing that most people don't realize, or it's usually the last one that they realize, or maybe they just don't know that you can do this or don't think to do this, but you can play with the speed of the reps, which is a huge advantage when it comes to building muscle. You hear stories of guys, now that I'm telling you this, you guys are going to look this up, but you hear stories of guys doing a 10-second tempo, which means like a 10-second negative, pause, 10-second positive. I mean, that's brutal. Some people do 20 or 30 seconds. That's insane. But the muscle fiber damage that the slow reps give you, because you are under tension that entire time to control the weight down and up, it's definitely a huge advantage when it comes time to build muscle. So I don't recommend you guys jumping into a 30-second rep tempo just yet, but I'm going to give you some examples of rep tempos that you guys can use, and we're going to go over how to read a rep tempo script, or how to read the numbers in a rep tempo so you don't get them backwards or mixed up. And that's pretty much it. I'll give you some sample tempos down below. I'll give you some sample exercises and maybe some exercise rules, so you're picking safe exercises to do this with. Because remember, playing with rep speed, it does change the safety of the exercises a little bit. I mean, you don't want to be doing a 30-second on the bench press and then all of a sudden fail, and then you're stuck under the bar. So we're going to go over all that too, and which exercises work best for these types of rep tempos and rep and exercises. And that's it. Let's get to the next module down below.